Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Nanu, Nanu. We're going to decode Mork and Mindy and show that quite possibly way back in the 1980s, they already knew when Robin Williams would die. Now we know that Robin Williams died on 8/11, and we know that that is the 223rd day of the year. We also know that Happy Feet 2 released on 11/18, and that is the 322nd day of the year. Do you see the mirrors? But it doesn't stop there. We know that Nanu Nanu was the Vulcan hand signature that Mork used throughout the series. Vulcan is the god of fire, and we know that August 11th, when Robin Williams died, was the hottest time of the year. The Festival of Vulcanelia, which happened on August 23rd, just days from the actual date that Robin Williams died. But also, Vulcan was also called Olcan. Is Olcan starting to ring a bell? Olcan sounds like Orcan. It also sounds like Odin. Odin and Mercury. Mork, Mercury. Odin, Orcan. Orcan, Olcan. Everything we watch relates back to these fallen gods, and there's a reason for it. Because these fallen gods, these ancient titans, are the fallen angels. And they cannot help themselves but to insert themselves into the consciousness of all of us alive on this planet through TV, film, movies. Now, does this mean that we cannot watch these films and movies? No, but you need to be aware of what's going on. And in fact, the big joke with Mork was that he would lie and not tell people it was going to rain, and they called this a practical joke on Orc called splinking. And so it just so happens that Vulcan had a son named Spenther. Splinking Spenther. So the son of Orcan, or what I believe is Olcan, is what they're really trying to say, is the brother of Mork, which is Mercury. Merc. Merc is Mork. Now Mercury has an 88-day cycle around the sun, and we've talked about this quite frequently. Now here is the lock. I did a search on Mork, and the very first date of anyone that was named Mork in history is Edward Mork, a trade unionist. Mercury is mercantile, mercenary. This is right out of Wikipedia. It means trade, it means money. And this is what Satan's society is based on. And guess what? Edward Mork was born in 1888. And it says he died in 1926 here. But when you click on his site, it says he died in 1962. So there's the mirror. And remember, everything Mork did was backwards. He wore his suit backwards. He said words backwards. You guys, this is so in our faces. I'm surprised nobody saw it to this point. And of course we know that 88 years ago was 1926, which is when they said he died. And then of course here's our 888s there again. Mercury having the 88-day cycle around the sun. And then of course people that were born in 1988 are now 26 years old. And 1962 was 26 years before 1988. This creates its own mirror loop. And this is what these people love. Now, if that wasn't enough for you to chew on, there are many other similarities between Mercury and Odin. He was the chief god of the Germanic tribes, and like Mercury, Odin was regarded as a psychopomp. Mercury was the chief god of Celtic religion. Both are intellectual gods, commanding magic and poetry. Both have ravens and a spear as their attributes. There were many parallels between the two, and in fact, Wednesday is named after Odin, the English form. It is also an early Germanic translation of Latin, Deus Mercuri, Mercury's day, based on the Roman practice of understanding foreign gods. So there you go. Mercury is Odin. Mork calling Orson, come in, Orson. Merc calling Odin, come in, Odin, is what we got dealing with here. And if that wasn't enough, the original run of Mork and Mindy started in September 14th, which just so happens to be my daughter's birthday, and it ended on May 27th. September 14th is the 257th day of the year with 108 days remaining. And look at the mirror of the end date of the run of Mork and Mindy. So we have 257, 108, 147, 218. Unbelievable. Now the setting for Mork and Mindy took place in Boulder, Colorado. And of course, we know that Mercury looks like a giant boulder. Also, we do know that Odin is Wednesday. It tells us in Wikipedia that Woden's Day is Wednesday. So what do you think happened on Wednesday during Mork and Mindy? Well, we had a mural in Denver, Colorado, honoring Mork. Mork the Merc. Woden's Day, Wednesday. Debuted Wednesday morning. You cannot make this up. And it was on 9/3. And Robin Williams would die at 63. You flip the 9. Nines are always 6s. They mirror everything. We also have another article talking about Wednesday and how Mork melted the fawns. That week, on Wednesday morning, we still didn't have Mork. All of a sudden, Wednesday afternoon, Bobby Hoffman, head of casting, came down. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. And look at all the 11s in Mork's co-star, Jonathan Winters, who died just before his 88th birthday. Born on 11/11, died 4/11, 2013, just last year. 11/11, 4/11, and of course, Robin Williams would die on 8/11. If there was any doubt left in your mind, a favorite term of Mork was Shazbot, and Shazam was a DC Comics hero associated with Mercury. He knocked Superman unconscious with the speed of Mercury and with his fist wrapped in lightning bolts. He possesses the speed of Mercury, the M rating. Again, MM is 1313. And guess what the original character's name was? Billy Batson, which is 1313 as well. A 1 and a 3 together look like a B. Billy Batson. What else does it tell us about Mercury in relation to Shazam, which is Shazbot? Linking all this back to Mercury and Mork. By channeling Mercury's speed, Captain Marvel can easily fly and move at fast speeds. It allows him to move at speeds faster than light. And Shazam was formerly known as Captain Marvel.
Entire square hitch, a sheep shank, many, many more.
You're not going for a merit badge here. Sheep shank.
Sheepshank. There's your 88. 8. 8. Mercury's 88-day orbit. Listen for the Titan reference of Greece, the Greek gods.
Oh, that's fancy, huh? See this Orc place. Where is that? Off Greece?
No, we Olcans have been off Greece for at least 5 bleams.
And of course, Mork flies in an egg-like spaceship. And this is the Orphic egg with a serpent wrapped around it. Orphic is Orc, the planet from which Mork is from. Are you guys starting to see the picture here? And again, the Orphic egg concept comes from Greek, Orphic religion. That the universe originated from within a silver egg, Mork's egg. The first emanation from this egg, described in an ancient hymn, was Phanes Dionysus, the personification of light, and is associated with Kundalini energy. Remember Vulcan, the god of fire? Well, in this top episode, Mork goes on a date, and there is a candlelight dinner, but his date does not realize that Mork has a dreaded fear of a sacred flame that announces the coming of Volgar, which sounds like Vulcan, the enforcer on the planet Orc. Mork's fear of fire. You guys, I don't do this for my health or to scare you. This is so you understand the true nature of the reality that we live in, and that you could turn your life to Jesus Christ. Take care and be safe.